A dangerous line of storms moving across the Midwest right now. This is video from Salina, Kansas. You can see the tornado touchdown and churn through a field. Look at that. Evening, I'm David Scott. We are tracking all of these storms. Let's check in with Dave right now and see what the word is.
Yeah, we still have some very strong thunderstorms, some of which are producing tornadoes this time. Thankfully not in our area, but for our friends up to the north, very dangerous situation. We are taking a live look at Viper radar. This is out of southern Kansas this evening. We have a couple of tornado warnings in effect. Just where Dave was showing that video a minute ago, just off towards the south and west, you can see this cell near heading towards Salina. Again, this one possibly has a tornado embedded with it. Also, we've seen some pretty large-sized hail associated with this storm. Also been watching this cell, the same one that our Jim Spencer was following earlier this evening, that is moving in towards the Wichita area. We do have a radar confirmed tornado with this as it is moving in towards Wichita this evening. So a lot of very strong supercell thunderstorms across the plains, and we could see some rain in our area as well. Now, Chief Meteorologist Jim Spencer was in part of these storms earlier this evening, driving through parts of Oklahoma. Jim, you saw a couple of tornadoes this evening, correct?
Yeah, I did, David. We were tracking a really long track supercell that started in northwest Oklahoma. In fact, we ran into some spotters from the Austin area up in northern Oklahoma that reported seeing at least a dozen tornadoes come out of this single supercell. We caught up with this supercell near Waynoka, Oklahoma, and witnessed a twin tornado side by side. And then about 20 minutes later, a second tornado coming out of our third tornado actually coming out of this storm near Cherokee, Oklahoma. The damage that we saw, fortunately, was a very rural area, so it was downed power lines. We saw some damage to some barns, but no reported injuries in those three tornadoes that we saw here in northern Oklahoma this evening. Now, we called the storm chase off after dark up near the Kansas border, but we understand now there is that same supercell producing a large and dangerous tornado approaching the Argonia, Kansas area. That's not too far from Wichita. Also getting word tonight that there's been some significant damage to a hospital at Creston, Iowa. Preliminary reports of 70 tornadoes touched down today. So this is a very significant and dangerous tornado outbreak. And David, I know you have more coming up on that later. I'm Jim Spencer, live near Ponca City, Oklahoma for KXAN First Warning Weather.